we want about 30 to 40% of that protein intake, not just for muscle building, but the protein to feed the connective tissue again. All right, so let's go over some of the fine details. For me, one of the main things was the fish oils, this joint support, the collagen for the connective tissue. What was I going to put it in? What little details was I going to come up with to add that to the diet?
Guys, I've seen so many came in last night, so I'm excited about that. We have a whole bunch of Titans doing this with us. The reverse plan, not just diet, plan. That means you have training, supplementation, sleeping, nutrition, everything in there. So next week, we're going to have a small group of just whoever got the plan, the reverse plan. So we can walk you through and kind of talk about the whole process for the next, I guess, 4 weeks, next month, until the next plans are going to kick in. So we have some awesome plans coming in on the new year.
So the collagen or bone broth was one of the aspects that Mona picked up yesterday, the beef bone broth. My recommendation is to cook your rice with that. And some other things, if you come up with some clever cooking skills, to use that in other meals and creations. It's just it's a nice little added touch to trying to get more of that in your system. And again, we want about 30 to 40% of that protein intake, not just for muscle building, but the protein to feed the connective tissue again. We're going back to that. And if this is confusing to some of you, when you diet down for a show, you don't get a lot of calories. And so some things will, for me, I'll speak from my experience and how I work with people, is that I will keep it focused on the muscle during a diet, because we don't get as much protein at that time. So I just really focus on that aspect. So I'll do the complete opposite. Like right now, I will 100% focus on the connective tissue that will allow me to diet again. And 100% would be 40% of the protein should come from proteins that feed that.
I use bone broth when I make my chicken. If I make a chicken stew, I just use some bone broth in there. I did that for Titan as well as a baby. When I boil potatoes, when I do the rice. So bone broth, you could use in anything that you're going to use some liquids to prepare your food into.
You could drink it.
So I never drank it straight.
I haven't either.
I don't know.
Doesn't mean that's not going to happen.
Yeah, I've seen people
It's
drink it.
9 grams of protein, collagen per serving, which is nuts.
Mm-hmm.
Because
When you think about the supplementation and how much is actually in there.
that, and when you look at how small a serving of bone broth is, it's
So-
like, dude, 9 grams, you're smashing a whole box. You're getting like 50,
That's crazy.
easy.
I will do that after this live. Then before I head to the gym, I will check that out and see how much I can put in there on a serving, and see if it does anything to the stomach. I know I'm an iron stomach, so I never have issues like so many people do. So I would say that the only thing I would check is to see if there's issues that you don't feel comfortable during the day because you get an upset stomach or something. But I'll try that. No idea, and this is great, no idea why I haven't done that before. So I just right now just learned something and a great possibility of getting more of that in the nutrition plan.
Drinking straight
Bone broth.
yes.
Some of the we switched to the almond milk now.
Yeah, that's cool. In 1 second.
Okay, so almond milk now, not just water for the proteins. All these kind of things are kind of laid out in the Titan reverse plan. So let's go over that. And then, like Mona said, next week, we're going to get everybody that's doing it in a room on the private Titan page. So this is the group. It's a great group. It's just individuals that are really pushing each other, working off of each other, and become a team, a culture. The Titan crew is a great thing for you guys that are going through there. And we were talking to them last night, and the changes that these guys made on Titan Challenge 3
are beyond physical. They're beyond the physical.
That's a great point. Jump on there, Jeffrey. Explain that. Yeah, jump on there, because he just made a great point.
Ooh.
And I think all of you can agree to this. Oh, I like that setup right there.
Yeah, that is the setup.
So I said physically there were some changes, and Kenton was on here right now, and Martin Cover, and a lot of these guys had some incredible changes.
Yeah.
But Jeffrey, I think, to me, hit it out of the park with what he said.
Man, it's just because I see it every day. You know, I see the transformation photos. I see the posts. I see the videos go up. I see the day in, and it's hard when it's yourself, right? Because you don't really see it. You know, you look at yourself and you're like, oh man, I don't know if I'm making a lot of changes, even though you are, or like, you know. But when I'm here every day watching Mike do your check-ins or do the interactions or do the one-on-ones, and I just see how much everyone's changing, not only physically but mentally. And I see the mental in the way I see it mentally by how you guys communicate with Mike and how the communication changes, and that I think is more impressive than changing physically, because you can just stop eating for a week and you'll change physically. It's easy. But patterns and the way you think, that's engraved. That stuff is hard to change. So once you guys, like, I see you guys getting out of those patterns, which is for the better, which is awesome.
He was just saying,
I like that.
You like that shit?
Yeah.
thank you, Jeffrey, for adding that in there. Let's see what else we got. I told him about
That's right.
the room next week.
If you do not change the inside man, the outside man will never change. Quote.
Kenton,
Matthew
is he the
Stalker,
one that lost
End
a
quote.
great amount of weight? Yeah.
Great post on that one. That was great. And like Jeffrey was saying, it's tough for you guys to see it because you're with yourself every single day.
Yeah.
But we see it. And I bet you the people around you see it.
Uh-huh.
The difference in you and how you
Here's the other thing.
jump back.
Here's the other thing, yo. You don't know about the other thing.
Oh.
You can't change mentally if someone's holding your hand the whole time, right? You don't know the mistakes that you're making if someone goes, oh no, that's okay. Yeah, no, totally. Don't drink the water. Oh yeah, no, it's all right. You can sleep tomorrow. Don't worry, we're gonna get through this. Fuck that. No. You need someone that's just gonna look at the, what you're saying and go, hey, maybe this isn't for you. And then you're like, oh shit, reality check. All right, let's get to it.
Which that happened a lot.
A
lately.
lot. A lot. But
I've heard Mike saying a
that
lot of that. Well, this is not for you.